how we as a clinic can improve vaccination rates in our community. Recently, we have had multiple cases of parents unaware of their children's vaccination schedules, which has led to an outbreak of measles in our clinic. Are we on the same page here that we need to take action?
Yes, we are.
Thank you for having me here today. I'm looking forward to the information that you will present me with.
Great. The unit clerk had found information on celebration reminder cards that hospitals and clinics in a few states are implementing in their practice. We actually have sent out a survey to the parents of our patients here in the clinic, and 85% of them preferred having reminder cards sent out so they could keep it on their fridge to remind them. Have you guys heard of this strategy?
Yes, I think it's a great idea. It would be very beneficial for parents. I found in an article titled A Qualitative Evaluation to Explore the Suitability, Feasibility, and Acceptability Using a Celebration Card Intervention in Primary Care to Improve the Uptake of Childhood Vaccinations by Wemby, Green, Tana, Connor, Valor, and Barnes, that the Celebrate and Protect program had improved uptake of immunization.
When are these cards sent out?
The cards are sent out by general practitioners to parents/caretakers registered at practice after the birth of their child or prior to the first or fourth birthday of a child. The card is meant to celebrate the birth of a new child or celebrate children's birthday and act as a call to action for the parents and caretakers to contact the practice and book a health check. At that point, when the families come to practice, we are then able to educate them about the vaccinations in which they would be more likely to receive them.
Actually, there are a lot of people who are choosing not to vaccinate for several reasons, including not being educated, religion, fear of adverse reaction, and previous negative experience. I found a study called Maternal Concerns About Immunization Over 0 to 24 Months Children, a Qualitative Research, by Delkash, Negarande, and Gasmi and Rostami. This study found that mothers' concern fell into 5 main categories: fear of unwanted side effects, lack of experience and knowledge, inappropriate informing by the healthcare personnel, younger children made the mothers feel more anxious, mothers who have heard right-wrong statements about complications in other children, and then false beliefs about the vaccinations themselves.
That is very true, Sydney, but according to a study done by Cochrane, does reminding people to have vaccinations increase the number of people who receive vaccinations? We have concluded that reminder cards and phone calls will give us the best outcomes when it comes to vaccinating our patients. This study shows more times you call and remind the patient, the more likely they are to come in and make the appointment to be seen and vaccinated. We may not have been able to vaccinate all of our patients, but it's important that we try to obtain herd immunity in our clients.
In addition, I found that healthcare workers need to be properly trained. An article called Communication Strategies to Promote the Uptake of Childhood Vaccinations in Nigeria, a Systemic Map by Oku et al., stated that training courses to update healthcare workers' interpersonal communication skills may enable them to communicate vaccination messages more effectively and should be considered by planners. This means that if our workers are more educated and trained, we can better communicate to our patients.
Yes, definitely. An immunization information gap exists. Parents usually do not know the vaccination status of their children, and pediatricians sometimes perceive coverage among their patients as higher uptake rates than it really is. American Academy of Pediatrics has a PDF file about the reminder and recall system that we want to try and implement here at the clinic. We need to make sure that our pediatricians here are closing this information gap for our patients before we implement this strategy.
Okay, so what is this reminder card plan going to cost?
Since we have about 500 pediatric patients come to our clinic, we are planning to send out a reminder card each year for their birthday and let them know what vaccinations they will need for that year. That estimates to be about 5,000 reminder cards. However, with new patients coming in and out of our clinic, we will add another 1,000 to our budget. That leaves us budgeting 6,000 reminder cards. We found 1,000 reminder cards from Staples for $20. Postage will be 50 cents per card, so that will be $3,000. This is budget friendly compared to the research we found about how much it would cost if patients were treated for measles. According to the CDC, outpatient care would cost $88 to $526 per visit, which does not include treatment cost of measles.
Okay, did you look into how much telephonic reminder calls would cost?
Well, let's just try the reminder cards since those seem to be more cost effective for our clinic at this point and see where the vaccination rates go. If they do not increase, we can then take a further look into telephonic reminders.
Sounds great to me.
As soon as we have the plan in place, I will start sending out the reminder cards. In addition, I found some information on the effectiveness on mobile phone-based reminders. Currently in Tanzania, according to the study, do mobile phone-based reminders and conditional financial transfers improve timeliness of childhood vaccination in Tanzania, found that reminders through phone calls improves vaccination timeliness. These reminders are issued in the form of text messages to the mobile phone numbers. For each timely vaccination, a reminder with an incentive offer was sent to a mobile phone. This incentive amount was an appropriate amount to nudge participants toward timely vaccinations without significantly changing their economic incentives. If reminder cards are not effective, this could be another option to look into too in the future.
Well, I'm glad to see you did consider other options like the telephone reminder calls and came to the conclusion that the reminder cards are the most cost-effective for the clinic right now. However, did you take into consideration that families move and patients' addresses change without you knowing? How will you get the reminder cards to these families?
Yes, I will make sure to verify their information when they check into the clinic. We will continue to do research on how to stay on top of our patients' addresses so we can best reach them with our reminder cards.
I am on board with your proposal. Thank you for having me here today.